Hi there, Gemini. Welcome back. Oops, wrong cards. Alright, guys. Let's get into this and see what is going on in your energy. Guys, I'm sure everybody has heard we lost some soldiers in Iraq. So, do keep them and their families in your prayers. And if this is your family, my condolences. Alright, let's get into this. See what is going on here for Gemini. Alright, guys, don't forget to click that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. If you're new here, my name is Ninja, and I will be your reader. Just be aware that this is a all Gemini channel. So if this reading does not resonate with you, do help yourself to checking out any of my other readings. Spirit, give us a clear, concise message here for Gemini. Alright, Gemini. Let's see where this reading is going. It's usually easier for me to get a good reading when I have all the cards out and I can see what's going on. Okay. So Gemini, somebody around you did something really, really dumb. That's what I'm hearing. They did something really dumb, very foolish. They took a chance. They thought they were being smart, and they're not. This is either somebody who's like managing some property or managing. It could be like, well, it could be an inheritance because we have the 10 of coins over here. So it could be an inheritance. So somebody's managing an inheritance and there's like something about disposal of that property. And like somebody passed away, right? That's what I'm hearing. Somebody passed away. And there's like something is not complete. Somebody here didn't focus, or they didn't do something right with the estate. That's what I'm hearing. Or there was a debt that needed to be paid, and like that debt was like larger and somebody messed up here. Okay, so but I'm getting like this has something to do with the company. Okay, because this right here is like administration, right? So it's something to do with the company. The company did something that they weren't supposed to do. Because somebody wasn't focused here. Somebody wasn't thinking clearly. So something went wrong. Something went wrong. And I'm hearing you didn't receive it. You didn't get what you were supposed to, because we do have justice coming out in reverse. So you did not receive it. And look, I feel like this is an inheritance. This is about an inheritance. This is family. Somebody in the family might have passed away. Now, you might have tried to find out something about this estate. Maybe you tried to look something up. Tell me more about the 8 of coins, Spirit. You might have tried to look something up. There's a 4 of coins coming out. The temperance. So you might have tried, but I'm hearing you were given the runaround. Somebody might have given you something and it was like hush money to get you to be quiet. 3 of Cups. Tell me more. Let's see. It looks like somebody tried to say something to you here, or they gave you something and it was more like to keep the peace. And it was like this person didn't want to take responsibility for something, so they just gave you something. Okay, so Gemini, what I'm getting is that this is a larger estate than you understood or you knew about. This is much larger, and you were given. You might have been given something. Oops. You might have been given something here. Yeah, because we do have the 4 of coins in reverse. So you might have either been given something and you were under the impression that this was your inheritance, or somebody that took your inheritance, and it looks like it has something to do with this company. It's the company. It's something to do with the administration of this company that is the one that might have like given you something and gave it to you with the idea that you would just be pleased with that small thing. Like you would just be happy that you got that and that was it, and you just walk away. That's what they were thinking. But I don't see you walking away at all, because we do have the 8 of Cups in reverse, so I don't feel like you walked away. They just don't realize that you haven't walked away. I don't think these people know that you're doing something. Okay, keep going. What else is that? Let's see. We have the 10 of Cups. I mean, 10 of coins. But this time it's in the upright position. So it's like you are wanting this. You know that it's a larger estate. Maybe this happened when you were younger and you were thinking, oh, I'm going to get something down the road. And then you go and it's like, no go. Like, oh no, Gemini, it's not there. It's not there. This right here could be also, now that I'm looking at it, this could also be like somebody who was in charge of the estate. It doesn't have to be, because I'm seeing it looks like a company. Okay. To me, it looks like a company, but this doesn't necessarily have to be. Okay. This could be like somebody who's taking care of the estate, right? Until you get to a certain age, right? So they're acting in business, right? That could be what I'm looking at too. But it's like somebody here, somebody dropped the ball bad. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, somebody messed up bad. Okay, and what I'm hearing is that you only got a small amount, and with this 8 of Cups, this is why you haven't walked away. There's more. Okay, you have to know, because the 10 of coins is coming out. So you have to know this is a large inheritance, much bigger. Okay, there's more. That's what it is. Tell me about the 2 of Wands. And it's like you were so disappointed because it was unfair. Something was unfair. You were so disappointed. You couldn't make a decision, or somebody couldn't make a decision. Okay, or maybe you did go to court. With the Justice card in reverse, maybe you went to court and you were like, hey, these people was supposed to be watching my inheritance. Look. Whoa, Gemini. Oh, something was hidden in court. Okay, that's what I'm picking up on. Something was hidden in court. So how can they make a judgment if they don't have all the information? Yeah. Not only that, but with the Moon card coming out, that could be you intuitively knowing that something is not right. You know what I mean? Yeah, like something's not right here. Something's off with this whole situation. See, now you can't move forward. You know what I mean? Like you can't move forward because where's your inheritance? You were supposed to get this, right? So what happens is like you were supposed to receive something. You were supposed to have a new beginning, but you didn't have the new beginning. You didn't have the new beginning. You were supposed to, right? This was your path in life. You were supposed to, right? Now it's like you're having to protect yourself. You're having to fight yourself. Or this could be this company. I'm going to just say company for the name, for the sake of the reading, okay? But this could actually be somebody acting as, like, the management of this account or something like that, okay? So it doesn't have to be a company, okay? But for the sake of the reading, I'm going to say company. But it looks like you're going to have to fight. Okay, like you're gonna have to fight here, and not only that, but this could be this person or whatever that is, business. They're gonna have to protect themselves. Yeah. So this is a two-way thing here. Okay, you're supposed to have this new beginning. You were supposed to take that money and do something with it, Gemini, and I'm hearing you didn't get to do it because either either you went to court and it went against you, or somebody was very unfair to you. Okay, somebody did not give you what is owed to you, what was supposed to be yours. That's what I'm hearing. Now, this might have happened when you were still in school. Okay, so maybe like fifth grade or something like that. Something happened here very significantly, and it was during the time when you were still in school, or somebody signed something when you were still in school, because I see you as being a student. So I'm thinking a child. Okay, I could be wrong, but this happened when you were a child. The sun in reverse, and it was something that was never revealed to you. That's what I'm hearing. So maybe you were like in fifth grade or something. Okay, something like that. Tell me more, Spirit. Four of Wands. Tell me more. Three of Swords. Now, this could have been a time when you were actually purposely being relocated. Okay? Like somebody was moving you either to another school, or you were getting moved to another house or something like that. But you were definitely getting moved. Looks like relocation, and it was done for your own good. Okay? Because that's how it's coming out. Like it was done for your own good, or it was done, okay, like it was done to make it seem like it was for your own good. Relocating, I'm talking about. Having you move. Something very significant about you moving, getting a new house, getting a new address. Okay? And it was like this person used that as an excuse. So you weren't told about the inheritance, but you moved like right after this person received it. Okay? Like right after they received this money and became the manager of the estate, y'all moved. And it was under the guise of protecting you, or so you wouldn't suffer, so you could heal. That was the reason why. Okay, so I don't understand why that's significant, but it is. So something happened and you moved right afterwards. See? And somebody was like really selfish. Like everything was about them. It was all about the money. It was all about, because the Queen of Coins in reverse, that's somebody who's like, me, 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 me. Give me my money, give me my money, Greedy. Really greedy. Do anything for money. And you know what's funny? Is right here we have the Hierophant coming out in reverse too. So I feel like, yeah, this goes right into it, right? We have the Hierophant in reverse, and we have the Queen of Coins. So somebody who's willing to break any rule that they have to in order to be a shopaholic, or to be able to go on a shopping spree, or whatever they want, just to buy whatever they want. Like this person is willing to do anything for money, even if it means breaking the law. You know what I mean? Even if it means doing something immorally wrong. I mean, morally wrong. Yeah. So this is like somebody who's like a gold digger. You might have gone to live with this gold digger, and that might be for one of you. Okay? Like, after this event happened, you could have been pulled out of school, got relocated, and ended up living with this person. Not realizing that this person was living off of your estate. That's what I'm hearing. Your estate, your there's a word that's at the tip of my tongue. There's a word. It's an account. People, usually very wealthy people, they make them for their children. For the life of me, I can't remember what it's called, but it's where the child will get the money when they get a certain age, and then they can get so much of it, like every month or something like that. And it's usually, yeah. Okay, so then it's usually like an accountant works it, or they take the account, and then the person who inherits it usually has to go to that person and ask, like, oh, I need this much money because I need a new car, or I need this, I need that. And it's like a savings account that parents or a guardian or whoever it is, right, that left you this inheritance, it's something that they give. What is the name of it? Anyways, that's what happened here. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Somebody here was supposed to be in charge of this account management, right? Okay. This person could be an accountant, okay, but a crooked one. This person could also be a mother figure. Either yours or somebody's. See, that's what I'm getting. You were supposed to receive this, and this was supposed to give you a jump in life. And you didn't get that. You didn't get that chance. Yeah. So it looks like now you're gonna have to fight for this. You're gonna have to pull up some old papers. You need to go back and find out where you lived at. And I don't know why I'm getting, but the 5th grade. Something about the 5th grade must be significant. I don't know if it's when this happened. Is that what it is? Are you moved when you were in the 5th grade, or I'm getting the 5th grade really, really strongly. Okay. We have the Hermit. Yeah. Okay, so the Hermit is coming out, and the 6 of Wands in reverse is coming out to verify the Justice card over here. So for one thing I can see really clearly is you might need to get a investigator. Okay? Because justice was not served. Okay? How can a judge make a decision if they don't have all the information? And not only that, Gemini, but you could have been like too young to go to court. And even if you did go to court, would you even know what was going on? If you were only in the 5th grade, that would make you what, 10, 11, maybe? Something like that, right? Would you even understand what's going on? They're going to tell you all these words. You don't know what they are. I hate it when people just assume that you know what they're talking about. Like you're supposed to be a genius. Anyways, would you even know? Right now, look at me. I can't even say the word. I don't even know what the word is. Escrow account. It's not. I know it's not escrow account. But it's something like that. It's escrow account is where you put money in when you're buying something. You open an account, you put money in. In this situation, you're going to be getting money out. That's why I'm thinking escrow account, but it's not. It's something else. But anyways, like, would you even know? Okay, that's the point. Would you even know what was being done, what was being said? Yeah, something really shady happened here, Gemini, and I don't like it. Something's coming out. Something happened here, and it's like something that it can't be put to rest. Now, just so you know, I don't see a death. Okay? I don't see an actual death on the table. It's not like I'm seeing like somebody passed away and you got this inheritance. This could be an inheritance that you received while the person was still alive. Because I'm not seeing a death on the table. I'm not seeing anybody passing away. So it makes me feel like you received this when somebody was still alive. I don't understand why they didn't take care of it for you. It's not telling me why. I must put the cards. A tower. Something happened that was unforeseeable. Okay? With the tower card, something happened that was just out of the blue. Like something happened that they didn't see coming. Okay, I'm gonna split the cards again. I'm gonna see what else comes out. Knight of Wands. So somebody had to take action. Okay, so somebody had to take action. Somebody needed to hurry up and make a decision and take action. And it was like a last minute thing that just happened, and that person didn't have time to like get their legal matters together or something like that, and they ended up giving it to somebody here to take care of for them. You know what I mean? So apparently, okay, so not they're not stupid, okay? It's just that they were trusting. They were overly trusting of somebody. That's what it is. They weren't stupid. It's coming out as the fool card, but they weren't stupid. They weren't foolish. They were just trusting. They trusted the wrong person. That doesn't make you those things, That just means that you trusted the wrong person. Yeah. Okay, so that person had to take action, and it's coming out again. Okay, so that person needed to take action because I'm going to split the cards again and see what comes out. Because of the magician. Because of the magician. This could be because of another Gemini, or you're the Gemini. They needed to take action. It came out of the blue, and it has something to do with it could be somebody tricking. Oh. Because somebody tricked them. Oh, somebody tricked them. Somebody created an illusion. Okay, so somebody tricked them. Somebody created an illusion. Okay, so was it this person that is handling the estate? Yes or no? That's what we want to know. Four of Swords, but in reverse. I think that's a yes. Let me look in the book real quick. But I believe that's a yes. So that person tricked them? We'll find out. We'll find out. Where is it? Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was right. It is a yes. So, yes. Okay, so the person that has the money or the estate, the person who is handling it, tricked that person into giving it to them to handle for you. That's what it is. They didn't pass away. So why haven't they told you? Okay, so that's the question. I don't understand. Why haven't they told... So, Spirit, why haven't they told Gemini themselves then? If they're not... If they haven't passed away, or they didn't pass away at the time. Have they passed away since? Yes or no? Let's find out. Nine of coins in reverse, I believe that's a no. Wait a minute. Let me think about this. Okay, so they haven't passed away. Maybe I'm wondering if I'm asking the wrong question. So they haven't passed away. The nine of coins is in reverse. But this person's not free. They might not be free. Because the nine of coins means that they're codependent on somebody. They could be codependent. They're not. They've lost their independence. Yeah, that could be it. They lost their independence. Okay, let's see. Tell me more, Spirit. They lost their independence. Why? Because of a mother figure? Because of the Empress? Because of the mother figure? They lost their independence because they got pregnant? They lost their independence because of a mother. Huh, that's what I'm getting. Okay, they lost their independence because of a mother. Okay. Whew, this is like making my head spin. Okay, they lost their independence because of a mother. Ooh, the mother got selfish and greedy. Six of coins is coming out in reverse. So the mother figure stole it and took it for herself. That's why this is coming out. It makes sense. She took it. She took it for herself. The mother figure took it for herself. Did she say this in court, Spirit? Yes or no? Is this something that she said in court? No. It's not something she did in court. So it's not something she did legally. Is this something that she just told people? Yes or no? Is this something that she just told people? Yes. Okay, so it wasn't judgment. It wasn't like a judge, gave it to her. I'm going to say her because, it doesn't have to be. It could be a Libra, okay? But very high on the Libra, just so you know. So you or they might have Libra in your chart. I'm just saying it. But yeah. She just took it upon herself. That's what it is. That's what it is. She took it upon herself, Gemini. She took it for herself. Whoa, she took it for herself. What a bee, man. What a bee. And you know what? This might have caused problems in the family. And you know what else, too? You might not have support from your family. And this is why. You might have had people turn their back on you. And you're like, why is everybody acting weird? Why? Why don't they want to be around me? Why are they acting bizarre? What's going on? Where's my family? Your family turned their back on you because of what this person did. It had nothing to do with you, Gemini. I'm telling you right now, it has nothing to do with you. This is all on that person. That person did this. And then you know what? I bet you anything. People in your family possibly avoided you because they were angry with her or him. You know what I mean? That's it. Because they were mad at that person for what that person did. And you were a child. You were connected to that person. So you were connected to that person. And because you were connected to that person, you got put in the same boat with that person. Does that make sense? In other words, because that person had control over you, because you were still a child, okay? And I think might be for one of you. You were still a child, definitely. Or you could have been just really young, something like that, okay? But you know what I just realized? With the Empress card that came out, you could have been in your mom's tummy when this happened. And that might be for one of you. You could have been in your mommy's tummy. Your mom could have been pregnant with you when this happened, and she ended up taking this money for herself before you were even born. And I think this might be for one of you. You know that? And for another one of you, you definitely were in the 5th grade. Because I'm seeing you like sitting in elementary school when this happened. I see it in my third eye. But for another one of you, yeah, this could be something that happened before you were even born. And you know what? You might have had problems with your family this whole time, and you're like, where's my siblings? Where's my cousins? Like, everybody else has all this. Everybody else has grandma and grandpa. I don't have nobody. Because your mom took the money and ran. That's why. Your mama took the money. She took off. She took what she's not supposed to take. Is there anybody else that's supposed to be getting this money, Spirit? I'm going to put the cards here. Is there anybody else that's supposed to get some of this estate? Yes or no? Yes. Yes. Bingo. Look, he's even giving me a toast. Like, yeah, you hit it on the nail. You hit it on the head. So other people in the family was also supposed to get part of the estate, and that person took it. Wow. Ain't that some shady crap? So they took it. So that's why, I bet you anything, she didn't even try to take you around the family. Of course not. Think about it. Why would she? You would hear about it. They would tell you about it. They would talk about it. You're going to find out about it. She don't want you to find out. Regardless of how old you were, okay? Regardless if you were a child or if you were an unborn child when this happened, she did not want you to be around the family. She did not want you to hear about it. That's what I'm hearing. So, I'm hearing when you were growing up, like you had so many questions, and it's like every time you got an answer, you had more questions. Because it was like, wait a minute, what? So you went your whole childhood and possibly your whole adulthood not understanding what the heck is going on. Like, why you don't have certain people in your life that you should have, or you don't have a relationship with people that you should be having a relationship with, like cousins, you know what I mean? But this person, so the whole family is like mad at this person. You're not alone. You're not the only one. You're not the only one that got cheated. You just might not know it, You might not know that you got cheated, and you did. Well, now you do. Now, also, back here, I saw the angel number 888. We got the 8 of coins, the 8 of cups over there, and we also have, over here, we have the 8 of wands as well. Yeah. First of all, I want to say something. First of all, you know what the next thing is going to happen here? I could tell you what's going to happen here. I could tell you really quickly what's going to happen here. You know what's going to happen? Somebody here is going to be found guilty. That's what the hell's going to happen. Yeah. Because we got the 8 of cups, we got the 8 of coins, we got the 8 of wands. Yeah. Somebody's going to be found guilty. Somebody's going to be found guilty. They're not ready for this. Okay? That's what I'm hearing. And they're going to be like looking at you like you sabotaged them. That's what's going to happen in the near future. I could tell you right now. And I can also tell you right now that that person is definitely panicking. Or they will be. They will be panicking, that's for sure. I'm mad now. Dang. Anyways, yeah, I'm mad. Just so you know, I see the angel number 888. Okay? And I feel like that's a message inside the message for you, for your future. And let's see. Because if I remember right, 888 means abundance. Okay? But I'm going to double check it really quickly. Okay, so it says 888 angel number is a very powerful sign of the universal abundance. I told you it had something to do with abundance, financial prosperity, and alignment. You have 3 8s in this reading. Yep. So something that you're going to do, that's what this is telling me. Something that you're going to do, which I feel like you're going to do something about this situation, is going to end up changing your life. You're going to get that positive, good karma that you deserve. That's what I'm hearing. Abundance and prosperity is coming toward you. Things are about to start aligning. And why? It's going to be because of you. Because of you putting in some hard work, which means you're going to pull up your sleeves, right? Go to the courthouse, do some digging, because there has to be some kind of paper trail about this somewhere. And I think the reason why Spirit wanted me to see you in 5th grade is because wherever you lived at in the 5th grade, this might be a clue. I'm sorry. 5th grade, where you lived at in 5th grade, I would go to that county. I'd go to that place, and I would check things out. Maybe it might be related, or it might be documented through the address. And if you can't remember where you lived when you were in the 5th grade, guess what? You had to be in school. You had to be in school because I see you sitting in school in 5th grade. So you went to public school, or you went to a school. Doesn't have to be public, but you went to a school, right? Go to the school. Ask them for your records. If you don't know the address, go there. Ask them for your records. Find out what the address was. And then see what paperwork belonged to that address. Because I wouldn't trust this. Like, I wouldn't trust it for you to go and just check this person's name out. Okay? Like, do we have any paperwork for so-and-so, so-and-so? I wouldn't put it past this person to have the paperwork in another name. You know what I'm saying? To make it harder to find. So guess what? I would go by the address. That's what I would do. Whatever your address was, connect it to, because the address has to be there in the paperwork somewhere. Wherever you reside at, it has to be in the paperwork. Okay? So that's how you're going to find this. Yeah. Anyways, Gemini, you got a lot of work to do. And that's definitely where I would start if I were you. Because somebody owes you a lot. And I think somebody's about to find themselves on the wrong side of the law. Yeah. Because we have justice twice coming out in reverse. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I think somebody's going to pay. Somebody done messed up, and they're going to have to pay now. That's what I'm hearing. Anyways, Gemini, thank you for joining me. Catch me in the next one. I hope this helps you out. Maybe gave you some information. Oh, yes. Another thing, too. The person that took your inheritance, or your family's inheritance, not just yours, could be somebody who's divorced. Okay? This could be somebody who's divorced. I forgot to say that. It could be somebody who divorced a family member of yours. Could be as well. Okay? And that might be for one of you as well. It doesn't have to be for all of you, though. Okay? Anyways, this is what I have. Also, for one of you, this could also be a crooked cop, a crooked lawyer, a crooked judge might be a part of this. Okay? Anyways, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I gotta get out of this one, guys. Y'all take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.